So, hello,
But I'm
Sonia.
happy to be here and to have this chat with you today. Thank you.
Yes, yes, I'm looking forward. So, is it true to say that when we're in a fear state, in a contractive state, we close our hearts,
Yes.
and that results in we don't feel anymore. We suppress our feelings, even if it's fear. And is it true that perhaps this work helps us to open our hearts so that we can feel and breathe and see each other for what we are?
Well, our hearts are closed not because we want to keep them closed. Our hearts are closed and our fear is developed from the traumas that we are experiencing in the world. And the more trauma we experience, the more we don't allow our body to feel, because when our body feels, it has to deal with the pain that it feels. And our body is designed to protect itself from feeling that pain, because I need my brain to rationalize on how I can go forward. And feelings are not part of rationalization, so they confuse us. So that is why when there is a lot of trauma, our body protects us by not allowing us to feel the pain. So we live, especially in the Western society, the more you can contain your pain, the more effective you can work. So that used to be the truth. The truth is changing. Fortunately, we're moving into a world where we're talking a lot more about mental illnesses. But I have another issue with that. Mental illness, where does the mental illness start? It starts when we do not give access to what we feel. It is human to feel, and we need to feel our pain so that we can address it, work through it. And the more we do that, the more our heart opens, because in the essence of who we are as humans, in our soul essence, we are unconditional love. And we need to bring ourselves to feel it, to acknowledge it, and to be part of it.
So here comes another question, and maybe it's a little bit more complicated question. I don't know. I'd love to hear your take on it. In the last 10, 20 years, 10, 15 years, the word emotional intelligence became quite fashionable, especially in corporate. And so everybody's doing emotional intelligence workshops and so on. So not to discount any of them, but I just want to ask you your take on the difference between this work and emotional intelligence, let's say, training of sorts. What do you think?
I embrace the emotional intelligence. But if it is a field on its own, then it cannot be aligned. And this work is an alignment of the mental intelligence, the emotional intelligence, and then I would like to call it the soul intelligence, which we call our higher self or God or whatever. So I don't like to put anything in a box and take it out of the wholeness, because what we're really striving for is wholeness, which means all belongs, all intelligence have equal space. And I love the work that the Heart Math Institute is doing, where they say we need to bring our heart matter and our mind matter together and let the flow be with that. And what I'm finding is when you do that, the soul flows.
Wonderful. So I can't encourage people listening to this enough to allow themselves the experience of getting to know this work better.